Hi, my name is Elaina Smolin, and my project was The Limits of Creative Nonfiction, an investigation of genre constraints in collegiate writing classes. My mentor for this project was Dr. Robbie Nadler, the Director of Academic, Professional, and Technical Graduate Writing Development at the University of California, Santa Barbara. So my project investigates intro collegiate writing programs and how they commonly assign personal essays. Yet the academic and societal conventions may limit the genre expectations of creative nonfiction in regards to giving truth or a full account of experience. I explore this genre limitation through the writer Joan Didion and her work. Unlike students who have to face academic conventions, societal conventions, Joan Didion had artistic freedom and only really faced societal conventions. Therefore, while she may have less genre constraint than students, the fact that she, as an artistic freedom established writer, had genre limitation illustrates the constraints. She was known for her blunt transparency in both her fiction and nonfiction, and her interviews ended up revealing that there was limited transparency in her nonfiction writing in regards to how much her fiction revealed. She hinted towards more detailed or full accounts in fiction with topics such as mental health. So my research questions for my project were: one, how did Didion's personal content regarding mental health take form in her fiction versus her nonfiction? And two, how should this, meaning genre constraints in my findings, be approached in collegiate writing classes? My methods for this project included Didion's fictional books, Play It As It Lays and Run River, her nonfictional books, The White Album, The Year of Magical Thinking, and Blue Nights, numerous interviews throughout her lifetime in which she talked about her true experiences in her fiction, how that was affected, and the documentary Joan Didion, The Center Will Not Hold. I also, to explore collegiate writing classes and creative nonfiction being taught in these classes, read articles in the journals Composition Forum alongside College English and CCC. Overall, I qualitatively researched through literary analysis, archival study, and close reading methods. Through these methods, I got my results. My biggest result, as I hypothesize, is that there are greater detail of socially taboo topics in Didion's fiction versus her nonfiction. By this, I mean like her mental health and troubled relationships. An example of this is her main character in Play It As It Lays, Maria, who exemplifies Didion's depression and existentialism at that time. This difference in genre meant protection for Didion while maintaining honesty. By this, I just mean that because Didion was able to label Maria and all of her adventures and worries as fiction, Didion was able to not have the labels of mental illness or any other sort of barrier to her reputation or her work, while also being able to honestly portray herself in her account. Just by changing the label of the piece, allowed Didion to have this sort of protection. So my result significance includes that it gives greater insight into Didion and how she approached genre as a literary figure. It also spurs future conversations on composition pedagogies and genre limitation and the subversion of expectations. This includes further exploring the inherent implications of genre and how writers circumvent or play into these implications. By this, I just mean that there's a lot of implications in genre that like fiction is untrue, whereas nonfiction is true. And I think after investigating this with Didion, it'd be really interesting to do it with other established authors and also just how students see genre and what the implications, how it affects how they write and what genres they choose to write in. To address how the genre constraints can be better dealt with in collegiate writing classes, I believe anonymous grading, where the student's name is removed, or first-person point of view fiction could allow students to practice genre while staying authentic to their voice and their experiences. I think that by students being able to practice that first-person point of view and talk about their experiences, but then label it as fiction if they'd like, or fictionalize some aspects, may allow them protection from academic and societal conventions, such as being downgraded by a professor or anything else, so that they can explore genre, explore their voices without being hurt in the process. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day.